Five animal facts that are completely wrong. Number 5. Toads. False. Touching a toad will give you warts. This is a surprisingly common one, with many people searching Google to ascertain whether there is any truth to it. And the truth is that there isn't any truth to it at all. This belief likely stems from the fact that toads have warts and parents wanted to convince their kids not to touch that gross slimy animal they just found. It turns out, however, that warts can be picked up from just about anywhere, and the sole cause is actually the human papilloma virus. It has nothing to do with toads. However, parents can still give their kids a good reason not to touch toads. Their skin contains a phytoxin that can cause irritation. Number 4. Goldfish. False. Goldfish have poor memories. Another common myth is that goldfish have essentially no memory and are pretty stupid animals. It turns out the goldfish are actually pretty intelligent creatures and probably wouldn't appreciate the attempt to denigrate their intelligence. Goldfish memories are actually quite the opposite of what you might think. They are able to remember things weeks later and can be trained to perform complex tasks. Among the complex tasks they have been trained for are pulling levers, ringing bells and jumping through hoops. In other words, they are at least as smart as a rat. Number 3. Cheetahs. False. Cheetahs are the fastest animal in the world. There is some truth to this because the cheetah is the fastest land animal in the world, reaching speeds of 68 miles per hour for short sprints, which is faster than the speed limit on many U.S. highways. However, the cheetah is not the fastest animal on the planet. That position actually goes to a bird. The spine-tailed swift has been clocked at over 69 miles per hour at level flight, which makes it the fastest living creature on the planet. A close relative of this bird has been clocked much faster, but the record is not considered official by scientists because the method for how it was clocked has not been verified. Also, the fastest fish in the world, the sailfish, essentially ties the cheetah for second place, having been clocked swimming at speeds of 68 miles per hour. Number 2. Daddy Longlegs. Daddy Longlegs are incredibly poisonous. Daddy Longlegs are one of the strangest looking spiders in the world, and it turns out the reason for this is that they are not spiders at all. These critters are officially ophiloans, and are in the order of the arachnids. Colloquially they are also known as harvestmen. Aside from people confusing them with spiders, there is actually a much bigger misconception. Many people believe that daddy longlegs are extremely venomous spiders and that we are only safe because their mouths are too small to bite us. The popular myth also says that some people in other countries eat them, but they are safe because they cook out the venom first. While it is possible some people eat these spiders, it turns out daddy longlegs aren't really venomous at all, and are zero threat to humans even if eaten raw. Number 1. Ostriches. False. Ostriches bury their heads in sand. This is one of those myths that have become incredibly ingrained, due mainly to the popular saying that causes us to basically accept it as fact without question. We have all heard that when someone doesn't want to deal with an issue, that they are burying their head in sand like an ostrich, which is supposedly something the birds do when danger is near. While ostriches do tend to run off if they feel that danger is approaching, they have a powerful kick to defend themselves. It turns out that while ostriches may hold their heads low in an attempt to be harder to see, they certainly do not actually bury their heads.